Every character, location, or experience you've read about in my crime fiction novels holds a piece of reality. I'm Helen Taylor. Welcome to the story behind my stories, the video podcast where crime fiction meets my authentic experience. Here, we delve into the real-life inspirations and intimate stories that shaped my novels. Discover how my everyday encounters, adventures, and travels translate into tales as gripping as they are genuine. The story behind my stories goes behind the words on the page to reveal the backstory that inspires my writing. Hit follow or subscribe and ensure you're part of this journey. Morning, and welcome to the story behind my stories, Season 3, Episode 9. This is the last in the series, in the season, for the story behind Aloha, Goodbye. This is just going to be a short one. We finished up last week on talking about Pearl Harbor and how close, not that I knew anybody there, but how important it is to me to respect and honour those who gave their life to give me the freedom to be sitting here doing this. So that's the end. I can't really go into anything more about the book because that would give too much away. I will just read you the closing part of the epilogue so it doesn't give too much away, and I will cut out the odd word or phrase that does. Goodwin and Jane, laying on the deck, now talked quietly about all sorts of things, mainly about their life together, as it was now clear that both felt as strongly about each other as Goodwin had hoped. As they sailed across the Pacific Ocean, back to their starting point in Los Angeles, they lay back with the sun on their faces, fingers intertwined, enjoying the cruise as if they were one of the more than 3,000 guests on board who had no idea that they were now 3 passengers light. And you have to go and read the book to find out how they were 3 passengers light. And clearly Goodwin survives. But then I wouldn't have another book in the series if he didn't, would he? So, I just wanted to... I mentioned that the cover is one of my own photos from when we were on Hilo. I just wanted to touch on the dedication of Aloha Goodbye, which is for my dad. And he died in 2005, and I still miss him. And he was the one that started me, taught me my love of being on the water, being near the sea. We had boats when I was young, and yeah, so this was dedicated to him. And then the acknowledgements are for Ben, who does a load of editing for me. He's also a sounding board when I don't know where I'm going on the story. He keeps me in check with my characters and helps out on that side, apart from supporting me to do podcasts and write in our time together. Because I have a full-time job, so it's tricky fitting it all in. And then the other acknowledgement was for those who believed in me and encouraged me to write another in the series, especially Yvette Gibbons, nagging me and being in my bubble through COVID and suggesting this one. She was my next door neighbour, and she found out, I think I just mentioned I'd written a novel once, and that I'd published Tie-Dye and Connecting Trains, and she immediately bought them both and read them both and loved them, and then from then on constantly bugged me to write another one. And it was only in late 2024 where I got a ping to go back to writing and to pick up this side of me. I work full-time in IT. It's very logical, structured. I used to have a business which was incredibly creative, but I didn't have a creative outlet, and so I put that thought away, as you do, and then it was early February 2025 this year that I couldn't put it away anymore. I had to pick it up and run with it. So at that point I thought, okay, I'm going to write another book. What do I say to this one? And Yvette had been constantly, do one on the cruise, do one on the cruise, do one when you're on the cruise. So I obviously didn't do one when I was on the cruise, but that was what I chose to write this next one, Aloha, Goodbye. And so I did. I set it on a cruise for Yvette, but it works really well. So that was earlier this year, and this is what I want to do. This is my dream, to be a writer full time and give up that day job. So if you enjoy the podcast, if you like my books, please do give a review, give a like, give a follow, sign up to the newsletter on my website. Then you get loads of exclusive content, and then maybe this will happen before I retire. But thank you everybody for your support, and I hope you've enjoyed the story behind Aloha, Goodbye. And there is another episode out this week, which is a pre-launch episode for Lethal Hill. So I'm not shortchanging you on your 20-minute episode this week. You've just got to go in it and listen to the first one of season 4, which is the one I've written these last 6 months since Aloha, Goodbye came out, Lethal Hill, which is out 30th of November. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to bringing you the story behind Lethal Hill. That's it for Aloha, Goodbye. We're back in port and all finished. Bye.